Hey, what's up, friends? Thanks for joining me today. I know most of my videos, I try to make them helpful. I try to give a good word or speak out against something that's bad or give helpful information that I have in my life that could help you or help somebody you know. This is not one of those videos. This is just not one of those videos. Today I'm talking about my passion. Like one of my big passions is voiceover. If you can't tell, the last couple videos I made have been about voiceover. And today I want to just cover some of my passions, some of my bucket list goals for voiceover. Come on. Anyway, ever since I was a kid, I've wanted to do voiceover. I didn't even know it was a job until I was a teenager, about 20 something years ago. Do voices for characters. I'm like, man, that would be so cool. It wasn't possible for me at the time, but now it is. That being said, anime is how I discovered voiceover. I had an anime magazine back in like 2003, and they did an interview with a voice actor. And I was like, voice actor? What's that? Somebody who does the voices of the characters. I thought it would be so cool to do that. And ever since then, I've wanted to. Now I can. So, dubbing an anime is one of my VO bucket list goals. Just be a character in an anime. It doesn't even have to be anime, just a cartoon. Something where I can be extra animated. If I can be sad, I can be so sad. If I can be happy, I can be extraordinarily happy. Like, I can be so happy, oh my God. Just be a complete idiot. Just it's the emotional extremes. Sadness, happiness, anger, just everything. Just be a complete animated character. And I've been called the cartoon before. So, I could take it as an insult or I could take it as a compliment. It's my calling. I should be a character. So, that's the first one. Sirens. There's no interior room in this house. Every room in this house has an exterior wall. So it makes recording a bit tough. But yeah. Emergency over. Get there. I hope you get there in time. Voiceover bucket list. This is all voiceover related. These are like the top 5 things I want to do in voiceover. So secondly, dub a kung fu movie. Why? I love kung fu movies. This is about me and my passions. Kung fu movies, again, since probably 12 or 13 years old. Nobody cares, but I spent the night at my aunt's house. We were watching movies, and she busted out like Snake in the Eagle's Shadow, Jackie Chan movie from the 70s on VHS. We watched that and I was like, man, that was so cool. And she had a bunch more. I watched a bunch more with her and my cousins. And ever since then, I've been really into Kung Fu movies. Kung Fu movies. I've wanted to dub those things ever since I've seen them. Because it was around the same time where I found out about anime and that voiceover was a job and everything. And I'd pay attention to the Kung Fu movie voices. And me and my cousins is doing back and forth. Pretend like we knew Kung Fu. Crazy, I know. But these are my VO bucket list goals. Dub a Kung Fu movie. I'd totally love to be a character in the movie. Not like physically act out the Kung Fu. But like dub the voice of a previously filmed Kung Fu movie. That would be awesome. Nextly, I would like to be a character in a video game. Video games is also another passion from my childhood and teenage years. I don't really have time for it anymore. As much as I'd love to play video games, I just don't have the time. Right? I know like most people can relate to that. Like, don't have time. Anyway, but dubbing a character in a video game would be so cool. Just to be a character in the game. Like, that's something I can get that game. I can play that. You know, my future children could play that and hand it down. Hey, he's in this game. You know, it's really cool. It's like a piece of art. And I don't know programming. I don't know anything about creating video games. But to be the voice of a character in the game, I just think it'd be awesome. So there's not really much more to it. It was one of my passions when I was a kid, and since I don't get to do it anymore, I'd like to be part of the production in a way that I can, and that would be voiceover. All right, what are we on now? Like number 4? Number 4, okay. Narrating a nature documentary, David Attenborough style. I know like most of the narrators for nature documentaries, they're kind of of age. I say of age, of a certain age. You know what I mean? So maybe in the future, I'll be able to narrate a nature documentary. I know they want somebody who's more measured and there's less emotion that goes into it. So you have to be a bit controlled. That much is certain. But it's definitely one of my goals. I love animals. That's something just about me. I love animals. They're a lot less effed up than people. They kind of just live in harmony. Everybody has their place. There's prey, there's predator. They go about their lives and they just live. You know, they just live. People have like animosity and people are mean. A lot of people are mean. Animals, most of them, most animals aren't mean for no reason. It comes down to mates or territory or food or something, you know, like important things for animals. Most of them aren't just inherently mean. So that's something I've always appreciated about the animal kingdom. But just the different ways of life that God has created. Like, it's amazing. Like, they're all different. There's so many different ways of life, different ways of living, and they all fit so well. Everything's interconnected, and I think it's just amazing. And I'm not a filmographer. I don't go out and do nature things. Like, I'm not in a place where I can go do that. But how could I be part of it? Like, I could voice over a nature documentary because voiceover is one of my passions. Animals are one of my passions. And if you put those two together, narrate a nature documentary. Right? Right. Number 5, this is the big one. It's being a feature film or a national advertisement. So like, yeah, you can do ads. Like, oh, you got to do an ad. You know, that's cool and everything. A national advertisement, though, that's a different story. That's everybody in the country is going to see it. It's big time, you know? Pardon me, hiccups. Or a feature film, you know, or a TV series. I already mentioned that with like animated TV series, but a feature film. If I dub a Disney Pixar film, or I don't know who else does the animation these days. Well, it's Disney and Pixar, but you know, a 3D animated film or something of that ilk, something of that kind, that would be amazing. Like, that's beyond my wildest dreams. Uh, yeah, feature film, to be in a feature film, that's big time. So it's not any specific passion connected to it. It just, if I get to that level where I'm dubbing a feature film or doing a national TV advertisement, I must be doing something right. And it's like, I've made it at that point. It's just like proof to myself that I've done a good job. Because if you don't do a good job, you're not going to be selected for these things. So, I guess that's the big one, you know. The other ones, the other 4 are more passion related. That's just like the big one. Like, you made it, dude. You did it. Good job. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it was entertaining for you. Yeah, it wasn't the most helpful, but it's a little bit of insight into me as a person and what I like to do. And I know probably nobody cares, but I hope somebody watches this and likes it. Anyway, sorry to waste too much of your time. I'm just going to cut it right now. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.